Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm here to document a series of dreams that I've had over the last 2 years or so. I've already shared some of those with you, and I just want to mention really briefly my sister. I have a twin sister, and she's been posting videos on YouTube for quite some time. I'm still fairly new to this, and I apologize for some of my previous videos. They've had sound issues, which included low volume levels and a smoke detector chirp sound in the background, which honestly I hear it, but I don't hear it because you get used to these things. And if you are experiencing that, could you just leave me a small comment and give me a thumbs up on that? Because I know I'm not the only one that hasn't changed the batteries in their smoke detectors. But when you've got 3 small kids that you're taking care of, and you're taking care of a mother with Alzheimer's, and you're going to school full time on top of housework and other things, then I honestly, I apologize. I forgot to change it. Sorry. But I will maybe possibly refilm those videos, because really a lot of the things that I was sharing are pretty noteworthy. I would not have made the videos if I didn't think otherwise, or if I thought otherwise. So on that note, I just want to tell you about my sister's dream. I have a twin sister named, her channel is about, different things, fashion and hair and things like that. But one thing that she has posted on there, which I thought was pretty remarkable, was a dream that she had in 2010, towards the latter part of the year. She saw a major earthquake in California. And mind you, I had my dream in January of 2010, and I told her about it, but she was not really alarmed, and she wasn't really moved by it. So she took note of it, but she wasn't really moved by it. Now, for months after my dream, I searched on the internet at different forums and blogs and websites and dreams that other people had to see was I I know other people see things, but I was wondering, am I just crazy? And wow, what did I eat that night? But no, other people have seen the same thing. And what was really amazing to me was they saw the city of Eureka. I've seen that name in several forums. I've seen El Centro in several forums, as far as starting points or places where the shaking would start, or be pretty intense. So, for my sister to see that in a dream and name it, and I hadn't told her anything about it. She wasn't doing the type of research that I was doing. She wasn't doing any research on earthquakes. She too is busy, but when she had the dream, she told me on a Sunday morning, and I remember my jaw dropped, because I was like, wow, Lord, you're awesome, because she saw it now too, and she posted it right away, which I thank God for her courage to do so. It took me a little bit longer, but anyway, I'm doing it now. So on that note, the name of her dream is My Dream About a Major Earthquake in California. It's pretty detailed, so take a look at it. It's very, very detailed, actually. So I think it's worth taking a look at. Now, this one I may squeeze a couple of videos in here. I'm not sure yet, but I'm sorry, I hear a dog barking, and now we have another sound issue, so I apologize. If you can just get past the dog barking, there's not really much I can do about that. There's not many places I can go on tape in this house, so anyway. Okay, yeah, so this one dream that I had was about an explosion. Now, I was driving in the dream on the 15 freeway, which is a freeway that leads from San Diego, California, and can take you all the way up to Vegas, Las Vegas, Nevada. And in the dream, I'm driving along the freeway. I'm headed towards where the Cajon Pass area is. And I don't know if you're familiar with the Glen Helen Pavilion. At least that's the former name of it. I'm not sure what the new name is now, but there's an exit right there. And right before that is the dry Santa Ana riverbed. It's always dry. And I remember driving to a point where I got to where the riverbed was. I was still on the freeway, but I couldn't drive any further. For whatever reason, I was supposed to stop the car and get out. And I did. And I got down to the side of the freeway to where the riverbed was. And all of a sudden, I saw this family coming the opposite way. I was headed in a northerly direction. They were coming from a southerly direction. And I saw them. I was too far away for them to talk to them or say anything to them, but I saw a husband and a wife and their son, or I think it was a son or a daughter. I don't remember that part of the dream, exactly the detail of that, but I know it was a small child. I think it was a son now that I think of it more, but that's why I need to write these down. But so they were walking from what looked like the freeway off-ramp towards this riverbed. I don't know why they couldn't drive either. And the next thing I know, there's this huge explosion. There's a fireball that wrapped, literally, it came from from the like from where the Cajon Pass area is, it came around and wrapped around the side of the hill, and it engulfed the family. And to my horror, I'm watching them getting engulfed, and there's nothing I could do. There was no time, no warning for them, so they really didn't have a chance. They didn't stand a chance. And so I'm seeing this happening, and I'm flabbergasted, and I said, Jesus, and I just saw a whole family get destroyed. And I remember being just taken by that and just amazed by that. And the next thing I know, I look to the right, and I see from the San Bernardino area, which is more east of where I was in the dream, I saw a whole group of people wandering like nomads, and they looked hungry, they looked tired, they looked thirsty, they looked desperate, they looked tired. You know, they just, like they've been walking and looking for help. They weren't getting help in the city, and the roads must have been impassable because nobody was driving. And I remember thinking, where are they going? They look so, so destitute. And then somehow I ended up joining them, and I said, wow, I can almost remember what everything was like when everything was still normal. Now, there was no shaking, I didn't see an earthquake or anything, but here's what makes me think that this might be tied in with the big earthquake. I was looking at a video, I think it was on YouTube, may have been on one of the public networks, like PBS or something, and they were saying that right around the Cajon Pass area, I think it was YouTube now that I think about it, but right around the Cajon Pass area, there are natural gas pipelines that are underground. And it's right in the general vicinity where my dream was, where the explosion would have come from. Now they said on the video that if there was a large enough quake on the San Andreas Fault, that it could rupture these gas pipelines and cause major explosions. Now, when I heard that, that tied in, that connected the dots for me, and I really strongly think that maybe this was an aftermath. The fact that we couldn't drive, maybe the earthquake came first, it made the roads impassable, and then maybe this explosion was a secondary consequence or phenomenon of the earthquake itself. Could be terrorism too, I don't know. I'm not sure. The Lord hasn't really given me the interpretation of that. I just kind of have been left to my own interpretation, but anyhow, that's what I saw. That's the one dream. I will be back in just a little while. I have to recharge my battery here, but I'll be back in just a little while to share with you a couple more dreams that I've had regarding food shortages and long lines at the grocery store, and walls of water is another dream, and I think that was it. Oh no, there is another one about the Lord coming soon. I have to share that one with you. I actually recorded some videos yesterday. I have a cute little Sony Bloggy camera, which I'm young, I'm embarrassed to say this, but I'm a little bit behind the times, and I don't know what I did with the manual. Actually, I'll have to look at that, but anyhow, I'll have to figure out how to upload the videos from the Bloggy to YouTube. In the meantime, I've got this trusty handy-dandy webcam, webcam. It's my sister's computer, and so we're going to get the work done one way or the other. So I'll be back at you in just a little while, and God bless you. Always, above all, be safe, be prepared spiritually, and be blessed. Take care.